YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Of course, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes. It's positive vibes only. All right, so today's video is brought to you by my good friends over at Max Aroma. All right, so at least once a month I collab with Max Aroma to bring you some fragrances, man, that, well, what I'm trying to do is just bring some fragrances that you might not know too much about, kind of highlight some fragrances that may have been forgotten, and then of course talk about some of the favorites. All right, so over at Max Aroma I do have a code Dedrick10 that you can use on the site, but also in the YouTube shop links. There are bigger percentages off fragrances that we're talking about today, so basically save you some money. Max Aroma is an incredible fragrance library of many great fragrances, including discovery sets and those faux leather atomizers, samples, 5 ml that you can get to really sample pretty much any fragrance they have on the site if it's in stock, and just kind of see if you want to commit to a full bottle after that. I get the blind buys, my blind buy warriors, but I recommend sampling. All right, so today's fragrances, man, you can find all these on Max Aroma, but all these have this element to me, right? And I was thinking and having a conversation at the same time with some friends of mine, and some fragrances that do multiple things. So these fragrances are sexy, they're cool, they're fly, they just have this distinction about them, and the quality and just the ability, you know, if you get yourself together, it could be the icing on the cake. For sure. And you know, if you're doing what you're supposed to do and taking care of yourself and taking care of what's around you, man, you know, feeling good and feeling great, man, that's just a plus. All right, it's a real plus for sure. So let's go ahead and tap into these fragrances that have multiple qualities, like being cool, like being fresh, clean, fly, some sex appeal, all that good stuff. All right, up first, from the House of Spirit of Dubois. This house is incredible. I'm enjoying my experience with the House of Spirit of Dubois, and this is another banger for sure. We have Spirit of Dubois, Taroth, I think it's Taroth. That's what it is. This fragrance is incredible, man. Incredible blend, quality is outrageous. You get these darker fruits in here. You get this kind of like this cacao or chocolate sprinkle with the fruits. It's rich. But it also has this really obvious freshness to it. All right, so this is a 3-season fragrance in my opinion. You're talking about spring, fall, winter, just all around a beautiful fragrance, man, and I love it. And you can do pretty much whatever you want with this fragrance in any occasion, but I can see somebody really kind of going the date night route or the hangout route, or something where you're going to be around a lot of people, because this fragrance could definitely get you compliments. I'm not saying that it will, but in the right situation, it could definitely get you some compliments. So this stuff is great performer, but very good stuff, very fly, very cool, has sex appeal, all of the good stuff. Not only does this fragrance have, but this house does as well. From the House of Spirit of Dubois, we're talking Taroth. Dope fragrance, man. I highly recommend tapping into Spirit of Dubois for sure. Up next, we're gonna go the classic route, and this fragrance is indeed that. But even though it's very popular in the community, there's a lot of content on this fragrance and so forth and so on, there's just nothing like a classic Creed, and that's what this is. From the House of Creed, we're talking Original Santal. Original Santal, very fresh, very clean, lavender and tonka bean, very reminiscent to Mont Blanc Individual for those who haven't smelled Santal. But this is on a higher level. This is on the doper level. This is a flyer fragrance in my opinion, because the quality and what you get. And this is a gentleman's classic, but you can do a lot with this fragrance. All right, very you can dress this down, you can dress this up. I've done both with this fragrance, and I got this full bottle late last year. I have been running with these 2 5 ml decants for about 2 years, and I knew that at the right time that a bottle of Original Santal needed to be in my collection, and I'm glad that it is. This stuff is incredible. It's definitely multi-versatile for different situations. From the House of Creed, very fly, very cool, very sexy fragrance. We have Original Santal. Original Santal, dope fragrance. All right, up next, from the House of Electimus, we have a banger here, and I'm diving into the House of Electimus, and this is just one of the ones that stood out. I might be a little late to the party, but so what? Better late than never. But this stuff is a banger. From the House of Electimus, we're talking Imperium. Imperium from the House of Electimus. Beautiful blend, especially in the opening of Nishane Ani and Creed Aventus. What I really love about this is, I love the whole fragrance, but the opening just really gets me, man. Vanilla and citruses up top, get this beautiful blend, this beautiful aroma. Very handsome fragrance. It's cool, it's fly. You know, you putting on your best, you know, and smelling like this, or you just really vibing, but you still more than presentable. Rocking something like this to get it done. This stuff is outstanding. I love this fragrance. It is one of the elite for me currently right now. Like, smelling this every day off the atomizer. I've worn it a couple of times since I've gotten a full bottle. And this is fresh off smelling the Discovery set of about 2 or 3 weeks ago with my man Bishop Jared Miller. So dope stuff, great fragrance. I love it. It's just one of those ones that just gets it done. Has a mass appealing vibe to it, especially in the opening, but it's really good. From the House of Electimus, we're talking Imperium. As a matter of fact, I think they have like a couple of different discovery sets of Electimus on Max Aroma, so tap into Max Aroma. They got you covered for sure. All right, up next, one of the best clean and fresh fragrances you'll ever smell. From the House of Initio, we're talking Musk Therapy. Musk Therapy from Initio. Beautiful citrus and musk, clean white florals, creamy, soft, but performs like a champion. I was really surprised. The first time that I wore this, I was actually cooking out on the grill outside. It was a early spring day last year, and I sprayed this on the cookout in the grill, and the wind was out there just rolling around, and it was picking up this fragrance throughout the day. Lasted for quite a bit, was really surprised. Compliment factor on here is very high. This is a simple DNA, but the quality is top tier. That's what you're getting here, and I love this stuff. My wife is a fan favorite of this. When I've worn this fragrance, people have been fans of it. They have been fans. They've been quick to compliment and ask, what am I wearing? This stuff is just one of those ones. It's one of those ones that is really, really good, and it gets the job done. Super unisex as well. Ladies, you can tap into most of these fragrances that we're discussing today. But if I had to recommend one on a unisex vibe, this would be it for sure. And it's going to do more than get the job done. From the House of Initio Fragrances, we're talking Musk Therapy. Musk Therapy. All right, up next from the House of Regalian. All right, we're talking about a fragrance that I put out there, and a lot of people didn't like what I had to say, but I find this to be a better option for me than Xerjoff Naxos. Yes, I've smelled Naxos. I have a huge 10 ml decant of Naxos that I've had for a while. It's really, really good, but for me, this is better. From the House of Regalian, we're talking Antidote. Antidote. Love everything about Regalian, man. The bottle style, the plates, the everything. Oh, it's so good. It's take your Naxos, freshen it up, allow the tobacco to come out more natural in that fragrance. The honey-like textures are a bit brighter in the fragrance. This, for me, is a more mature take on the DNA. I think, like I said, Naxos is a great fragrance. Great fragrance, and I get why people love it. The performance, the DNA, it's superb. But for me, this is a little bit more mature, has a little bit more class to it. I just prefer the setup of this than Naxos. That's why I have this. This stuff is spectacular, and I think some Regalian sales are going on right now. Discovery sets, samples, tap into the house. I've had, I think, 4 or 5 experiences with Regalian, and they haven't missed. They haven't missed. Mystic, Hamaman, to name a couple, they're fantastic. And this one right here is definitely fly guy stuff. It's cool, attractive, lots of sex appeal with this fragrance, and it's gonna get the job done. You hear me? It is going to get the job done, and this is great. It's a great representation of that Naxos. And I'm not sure which one came out first. If I had to bet, I'm gonna say it was Naxos that came out first, and then Regalian just took their stab in the dark. That's what I'm guessing. But this stuff is fire. From the house of Regalian Istanbul, we're talking Anadolu. All right. So there you have it. Those are the 5 fragrances that right now immediately came to mind that really invoked that cool, fly guy, attractiveness, sex appeal type vibe with those fragrances, man. And Max Aroma has a lot more to offer, you know, with fragrances that I deem to be those things. So tap in again. Links down below. Dedrick 10 available for you on the website. But I do have, there's like some 15%, 12% discounts in the YouTube shopping link. So don't forget about that if you want to save even more money on some doper fragrances. All right. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the love. We're on the road to 25K. We're going to do a crazy giveaway when we get there, and very excited for that milestone, and the live stream is going to be amazing. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for all the support again. I don't take it for granted. Of course, it's positive energy, it's positive vibe. As always, man, you got to splack it up, you got to splack it down, you got to splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly where you are going to get back. Messed up my own. I just might be sleepy, bro, or hungry. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, but it's always a pleasure. All right, peace, y'all. Splack.